tell us in terms of how you approach the story of Malala. I mean, obviously this is a story that's had, global impact. But how did you approach it as a documentarian? And also, how did you gain the access and trust of the family? Because obviously looks like you're part of their family for much of the film.
Yeah, we became very, very close. Walter Parks and Laurie McDonald, who ran DreamWorks for many years, acquired the life rights to Malala, thinking they were going to make a movie. And they met Malala and her family in Birmingham, England. And they meet on the plane ride home. They said, it can't be a movie. It must be a documentary.
Why?
Well, I think I can speak for them, but I think they felt, first of all, who would play her? And that she was so extraordinary in person that it should be a documentary. And I am grateful to them, because I think if you're a producer, the bright, shiny object is the big studio movie. But I think they felt in their hearts that there's something very special about her story. And they called me and they said, would you be interested? And I said, give me a few days. Because I sort of knew what most people knew. I knew she was shot on her school bus for speaking out. I'd seen the New York Times Adam Alec piece, which was very moving. But I didn't know the nature of this relationship with her father. And I immediately felt like that was something that I wanted to understand more deeply. I have 2 daughters, and they are a complete mystery to me. one of them's 9, one of them's 14, and I thought, well, what is it that happened between these two? What is this very special relationship?
Was that always self-evident to you, that there was the relationship between them that was the kind of the core of the story?
Yeah, and I've done more political movies and gone straight at some right into the sort of gnarly stuff of a political story. But I felt like the narrative from this part of the world is so that, and it's so frustrating, and the kind of the news we get from this part of the region is so frustrating and scary that I always just go instinctively that I was drawn to this beautiful family and this place, this paradise that they were from, and to maybe we could understand the world differently if I went very, very personal in this movie. And so we as you said, it felt like we lived with them. We didn't, but I was there a lot, and we did these very intensive interviews, and it became a very intense conversation between Malala and me and Zia and me and the family.